St. Lucia culture, a journey through time. What is one's culture? Well, according to the Cambridge Dictionary, culture can be defined as the way of life, especially the general customs and beliefs of a particular group of people at a particular time. A cultural awareness article at the Boston University defines it as the way of life, including arts, beliefs, and institutions of a population that are passed down from generation to generation. Arts can be defined as the expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. And today we are going to dive in and take a look at that creative skill in the form of music and dance as it relates to St. Lucia and our culture. St. Lucia folk music is heavily influenced by the music of Africa, especially rhythmically, and our dance by Western Europe. And as the saying goes, 7 times British and 7 times French. We are going to take a walk through time and see how our ancestors have influenced our music as St. Lucians. We will start off with our folk music, highlighting one of the instruments or some of the instruments used to play St. Lucia folk music. A folk band would have had the use of the various instruments: the quattro, the violin, the guitar, the banjo, the taboo, and the shak-shak. Of course, not forgetting our singers, our shotwells, or our sesen. The first instrument mentioned is the quattro. The quattro, however, can no longer be found in our now folk music, but it was one of our instrumental pieces of our early days when it comes to our music. The quattro, which also means 4 in Spanish, was originally a 4-string instrument which closely resembles the guitar. It was an instrument used by the Taino natives, what they would call the European misfits and runaway slaves in the 16th century. This instrument made its way to St. Lucia through the journeys of Christopher Columbus, a Spanish explorer and colonist who stumbled onto the Caribbean islands in his travels to India. And this is also the reason why our region is referred to as West Indies. Our next instrument, the banjo. This instrument can also be tracked back to Africa, West and Central Africa to be exact. This instrument was made by using hollowed out ground bodies as sort of a resonator, similar to the body of a guitar. The sound produced was amplified by this grounded body covered with stretched animal skin, and on top of it we have 3 to 5 strings. This instrument evolved over the centuries, making its way to the Americas and the Caribbean by our slave ancestors, and looks like what we see today. And of course, how can we forget our rhythm section with our drums? But of course, a very special type of drums are used in St. Lucian folk music. That drum is called the taboo. The taboo originates from Africa, from the drum named the Gimel. This instrument can be used solely in a band, with having various djembes tuned at different pitches and played simultaneously together can create an infectious rhythm that you can't help but move your body. In St. Lucia, such a band would be called a solo band, where they use different djembes, again pitched to different levels, played simultaneously along with other instrumentation. We are going to look and see a performance by an African cultural group called Jalik Under African Drum Troupe. Immediately after, we are going to look at a performance of one of St. Lucia's local solo bands called the Secret Band. And we are going to compare and see how our African ancestral music has influenced our now St. Lucian folk music.